music from the band Harry. With Leo in the Cleat Zone. And now, take my word for it, here's Jimmy Kimmel!
Tonight, Valentine's Day is imminent. Tomorrow's the 12th, right? Have you made a Valentine's Day plan yet? Well, I pray that you have. Valentine's Day is on Saturday, and it's supposedly going to be more expensive this year. According to one of those surveys that they do, this year men will spend an average of $116 on Valentine's Day, and women will spend around $77. In other words, guys, unless you have the good sense to be gay, you're getting ripped off from a business standpoint. Americans are expected to spend a record $18.9 billion on Valentine's gifts this weekend. And if they don't, there's going to be hell to pay. I thought this was kind of interesting. A lot of women give themselves flowers for Valentine's Day. And a lot of men give themselves sex. So I guess if you really want to do Valentine's right, you should try to win the Powerball, because the Powerball jackpot is up to $500 million as of tonight. To put that in perspective, with $500 million, you can get HBO, Showtime, and Cinemax, the whole package. If you win and you take the lump sum, which definitely makes sense to do, you go home with $337.8 million, which is the most money you can make for doing nothing short of becoming a Kardashian. One of the women who works here, one of our security guards here at the show, Adelina is her name, she keeps a notebook of lottery strategies. She's got a grid, and, okay, that's Adelina. That's her notebook. All her secrets are there. She writes numbers. She's found out that this is a great way to waste not only $1, but also an entire day of work. She also happens to be Wesley Snipes' accountant. The odds of winning the lottery are so low, it's hard to even kind of wrap your head around it. It's basically like playing bingo against the entire population of India. But fortunately, our nation's news reporters are working very hard to remind us of just how hopeless it is.
The odds of matching all 5 numbers and the Powerball is 1 in 175 million.
Do you have a better chance of being in a plane crash, being hit by a car while crossing the street, or even being drafted by the NBA?
You have a better chance of being crushed by an asteroid or having identical quadruplets.
You also have a better chance of having an 11th toe.
You have a better chance of being struck by an airplane falling out of the sky twice.
You have a much better chance of actually being attacked by a shark multiple times the next time you go swimming.
And you're also more likely to be elected president.
You have a 1 in 33 million chance of dying or killing someone while driving 2 miles to a store to buy your ticket.
So in other words, we're all in a lot of trouble. You have better odds of being reincarnated as the love child of Oprah and Donald Trump than winning the lottery. All you need is $1 and a dream, especially if your dream is to lose $1. Some very big news this week. NBC yesterday suspended news anchor Brian Williams for 6 months without pay for misrepresenting a story of something that happened to him 12 years ago in Iraq. It's weird that NBC gives out harsher suspensions than the NFL, isn't it? But I tell you what, I've been thinking about it, and I'm not sure how I feel, but I think I have it figured. I think I have a solution. You know what his punishment should be? They should send him up in a helicopter, fire an RPG at it. If he makes it down, that's enough. He's forgiven, right? You know, Brian has already been on a self-imposed leave of absence from NBC. He's reportedly planning to spend his 6 months away at home with his wife, Wendy Williams. And, you know, I hate to say it, but Brian Williams isn't the only one in his family who hasn't been entirely truthful. It turns out his daughter, Allison, isn't really a boy and cannot fly. You didn't watch that? Oh, all right. Well, now NBC has a hole to fill, so they posted an ad on Craigslist. They're looking for, this is the ad, a reasonably handsome white guy who can read. $14 million a year plus benefits. By the way, how great would it be if while Brian Williams was off on suspension, he won the Powerball? It would be. It's very cold on the East Coast right now, and this comes to us from Brooklyn, New York. This is it's a cautionary tale about irony and karma and about the dangers of making your dog wear little footies.
Come here. Come here. Chewy, come here.
Now get over here and pick up my poop. While the East Coast has been freezing, we are experiencing record high temperatures here in Southern California. It was 84 degrees here today. I wore shorts to work today. And naturally, tourists, those of you visiting, are flocking to the beach. So we sent a camera out to Santa Monica to give some tourists who are from back east and are relaxing on the beach a chance to rub it in to their freezing friends back home on television. But we also sent my cousin Sal to the beach with a bucket full of snowballs.
Where are you guys from?
I'm from Long Island, New York.
Anyone you want to say hi to back there?
Hi, Semis. How you doing? Hopefully the weather's all right.
Oh, what the? Sorry. Sorry, beautiful couple. You got it all. What is...
Anyone you want to say hi to back home?
Probably my parents.
Snowball! I had another one!
Oh my God, all my family. I know that there's a lot of snow in Quebec here. The sun, the beach is perfect.
The girls, we are training on the beach and you are in the snow right now.
Snowballs! Woohoo! Yeah, you too, girl. Montreal, Montreal. Woo!
James, anyone you want to say hi to back there?
Mom and Dad, Grandma and Grandpa. You know, the usual.
Snowball!
Brother Wilson. Snowball! Oh, my God. Snowball! Come here. Panic. Ooh, get away from me, you freak. This guy's a freak. Come here.
Snowballs. And where are you guys from?
Chicago.
Anyone you want to say hi to back there?
My sister Marissa.
Yeah, I want to talk to her about this weather.
I'm having a wonderful time and you're in the snow, really, really cold, and that's sucks for you.
It's how Sal makes friends. This is icy fun, too. There's a documentary series on Epix called The Road to the NHL Stadium Series. It follows the LA Kings and the San Jose Sharks as they march toward a big outdoor hockey game they're playing later this month. But on last night's episode, we learned what happens when hockey players bring their children to practice.
Teams in the NHL spend a large portion of their season away from their families, which is why Todd McClellan allows his players to bring their children to practice once a week.
You know, Sundays are usually days with Daddy. That's my job. But today we practice, so usually all the kids are here, so it's fun. Very good.
That's where you came from, honey. He handled that better than I would have. You know, kids are peanuts. Are they peanuts or kids are people, too. But a lot of them can't read, especially the little ones. So every week I get together with a group of children. One of them happens to be my nephew Wesley to read. We have a book club. I'm the president. Last week we had a very lively discussion about the book Goodnight Moon. And tonight we sit down to debate the literary merits of another very popular kids' classic. I give you The Giving Tree. Well, hello, book club. How was your week? How are your jobs? Everything good at work?
Yeah.
Husbands, wives, families okay?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, good. Well, this is a very good book. Do you know what this book is?
Yes. The Giving Tree.
That's absolutely right, The Giving Tree. And it's written by, do you know who wrote it?
No.
The scariest man in the world. Look at that face.
He looks like a vampire. He's not scary.
He's not. He's a little bit scary. Okay, The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein. That's the guy I was talking about. Yeah, his name is Shel. Isn't that strange?
Shel?
I wonder if people ever find him on the beach.
Maybe he lives in a shell.
Oh, maybe he is a shell.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, let's start the book. Once there was a tree, and she loved a little boy. He would climb up her trunk and swing from her branches. Take my apples, boy, and sell them in the city. So the boy cut off her branches and carried them away to build his house. He cut down her trunk and made a boat and sailed away. I'm sorry, sighed the tree. I wish I could give you something, but I have nothing left. I'm just an old stump. Come, boy, sit down and rest. And the boy did. And the tree was happy.
Guess what?
What?
That however many lines are inside a tree stump, that's how old a tree is. I can't wait to get my Boba Fett, costume. It has a helmet, it has a belt.
What does that have to do with the Giving Tree book, your Boba Fett costume?
There's nothing as a Giving Tree for real life.
Is there a Giving Tree in Star Wars?
No. How could there be a giving tree in Star Wars?
Well, I don't know. You're the one that brought up Boba Fett.
Where the people are shooting another new Star Wars.
So what I think we're trying to say here is that you really have no interest at all in this book, right?
I do.
You do? Yeah. Do you like the little boy from this book?
Yes.
You do? He seemed kind of selfish to me.
Yeah, he did, kind of.
Yeah.
When he grew up, as he grew up, he did.
Yeah, he was nice when he was young. But then he just started taking and taking and taking until he essentially killed his best friend.
I think it was the tree's fault because the tree was telling the boy to do the stuff.
You think it was the tree's fault? But at a certain point, this boy is an adult, and he should know better than to chop this tree down. And you can't build a house out of branches. It's preposterous. What is he, a beaver?
A beaver? Half human, half beaver? No.
Yeah, but what is he, a human?
Did you just what's a beaver? Did you just
A human is a half beaver, half human.
Half bee? That tree doesn't even have many branches.
I know, and now it's just a stick, and then it just became a stump, and then he just sat on it.
I think that the tree isn't alive anymore.
You do? Well, yeah, because he sat on it.
Yeah, and he killed him.
Yeah, and he pooped on it, and it...
He must have died now. He must have died.
Yeah. Everyone in this book is now dead. So there you go. That's The Giving Tree. We did it. It's a weird book. I stand by those remarks. Thank you, kids. Tonight on the show, we have music from the band Perry from Fresh Off the Boat. Randall Park is here. And we'll be right back with David Spade. Fresh Off the Boat, which airs Tuesday nights here on ABC. Randall Park is with us. And then later, they just won a Grammy Award for a song on this soundtrack called Glenn Campbell, I'll Be Me. It comes out on Tuesday. The band Perry from the AT&T stage. Tomorrow night, Oscar nominee Keira Knightley will join us from Scandal. The president himself, Tony Goldwyn, will be here, and we'll have music from Incubus, so please join us then. Our first guest tonight is an Emmy and Golden Globe nominated man who's finally given in to popular demand to revive one of the most beloved characters in all of moviedom. Joe Dirt 2, Beautiful Loser, is coming to Crackle. Please welcome David Spade. By the way, thank you for coming tonight. You came at the last minute. Sam Smith was supposed to be here.
Yeah.
He was at the Grammy Awards, and apparently he went out to parties afterwards and lost his voice.
Yeah.
And now, thank you for coming.
Yeah, I'm a good guy.
Were you at the... Did you go to the Grammy parties? Is it your
No, I get them on my TV.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those major cable things. But I saw the guy, Kanye, who's always yammering away, manages to say the wrong thing. And he said it to Beck, which stings a little more because I look like Beck. You know what I mean?
There is a resemblance.
I take it a little harder. And I want to like Kanye. It's virtually impossible. I mean,
You've been trying?
I've been trying. It's tough. I mean, Beyonce, how much can she do before he thinks she's going to catch a break in this town? You know? He's so mad about it. Then I hear a song of his and I go, oh, he's all right.
Yeah.
And then he talks and I don't like him again. You know? Then he flies around in a diamond helicopter. It's so weird. But how about this? I don't know much about girls, but when you're with Kim and all you do is fawn about how great Beyonce is, even I know she's like, what about me, babe? I do stuff.
You don't see Jay-Z going around.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, babe, she's talented. It's different.
And you're,
It's different. It's not the same.
I noticed you have the facial hair. Is that left over from Joe Dirt?
Yeah, we did that, and we're doing a tiny bit more on it, and then the poster, and then it's the summer. It'll be fun. America finally gets what they've been demanding. This one is so many twists and turns. It's like Inception. It's unbelievable. We did not walk through it. We really thought it out. Hey, speaking of guys that are hard to like, are you watching The Bachelor?
Yeah. Am I watching The Bachelor? I'm living The Bachelor.
Jim.
Yeah. You don't like Prince Farming?
Is that his name?
Well, that's what we call him.
Prince Farming is hysterical. No, I know.
Yeah.
I thought his name was Jeff or something.
No, it's Chris is his
Chris,
name.
same
Jeff.
thing. Yeah, it's
We
all...
would never have a bachelor named Jeff. That would be ridiculous.
It's always some dumb name, but he. But I saw him, and I've only seen one because I TiVoed it. But that shows that I'm old. I TiVoed it, and I've still got the first season of Mad Men on there. I'm going to watch that. But I saw it, and the biggest thing I thought was funny was there was a pool party. It was probably the first episode, and by the way, this is the motherload for The Bachelor. It's 30 chicks.
Yeah.
Super horny, in bikinis. They're so thirsty for fame, whatever it is. Anyway, they're drenched. It's so exciting. Honestly, it is like, Splash Mountain down there. And this guy is the biggest cornball, and he couldn't be in heaven. He's like, and then he's such a dope. He's like, handstand. They're like, anything he does, they're all over him. And if he was in Vegas at a pool, they'd be like, who's this dude? Kick him out. But he's like, woo, and they're like, and then I'm watching it. Everything's going perfectly, and then some little Betty buzzkill comes over and goes, can I talk to you? He's like, what? And she's like, it's really serious. He's like, he's drinking out of a coconut, and this girl's like, we're going to take our tops off. And he's like, she's like, come here, just for a minute. And he's like, I'm watching it going, dude, Ron, like, I've had this scenario. It's no good. So she takes him into a little hut, and the other girl's like, it better not be more than a minute because we get our time. They want to get the rose and all that. So he's like, they're all over there, and he's like, right, what's up? And she's like, my fiance died. I'm like, oh, my God. And you hear chicken fights. He's like, right, so what happened? First of all, guys can't listen anyway, and now he's got 30 chicks over here. He's so distracted. And she's going like, well, what happened? First of all, it was suicide. It wasn't my fault. And he's like, well, let's get all the data in first before we decide whose fault it is. And he goes, right, so everything's cool now? He tries to wrap it up, She goes, no, can you just listen to me and be a person? He's like, what? And she goes, I met him about 4 years ago. He goes, oh, we're going back this far? FF, let's go. So anyway, he croaked, it's not your fault, and great talking to you. Cannonball, runs back.
That really sums it up.
Really. And then they just hold on her crying, and her children are like, he didn't listen. He's like, jackknife.
I don't want to ruin it for you because I know you haven't seen it, but he had the decency to wait and not eliminate her that episode and then eliminate her the next episode.
Listen, that's a smart trick, but no one wants a boner killer around there. I know that. You know what I mean? Be fun. You're not going to get a rose. If I was at that maybe ceremony at the end, where he's like sussing it out, and they're like, if I was the chick, I'd be like, hey, you need a vase for that? He'd be like, woo! You're sticking around.
You'll be the Bachelorette. That would be nice.
Buy another week out of here, yeah.
David Spade is here. His movie's called Joe Dirt 2. We'll be right back.
Portions of Jimmy Kimmel Live are brought to you by KFC Popcorn Nuggets. Try them in a $5 fill-up box and taste what you've been missing.
Oh, hey, we're back with David Spade. David is just about finished with Joe Dirt 2. This is the sequel. Why 14? It was 14 years ago you made this
easy
movie. Why have you
10-ish? Well, we always wanted to do it, and it's funny because you hear about movies you do, and Joe Dirt was. I understand it was no huge $100 million hit, but sometimes after time you hear more about some movies than others. Obviously, Tommy Boy I hear about the most, and that's the best one, but. We can't do anything with that. That's just a one movie that we just really lucked out on and got it right, I think. And then I hear about Joe Dirt more than almost anything.
Yeah,
so
people watch it on cable. Maybe they didn't go see it in the theater the first time.
It's just in their grill. And so now, they didn't see it the first time. We know that from the stats. But they have to see it somehow at some point. They're like, it's not that bad. So now we do another one, and it's fun. You get Christopher Walken back and Dennis Miller.
He's back in the movie. Oh, that's great. That's all right.
And we did. I think it's funny, yeah.
Yeah, I have a photograph of you with Christopher Walken.
Oh, yeah, that's us on the set. Look at that. Look at how cool I am.
Yeah.
In this one, I go back in time. I don't want to give it all away. But I go back in time and I see Walken. I meet him earlier. But we get rich there because I know the future. Gave it all away. But, anyway, it's funny.
Was he fun?
He's such a stud. And we love him. And he was very nice because he goes, people know Joe Dirt. They tell me every day, you know. I don't even think he remembers he was in it, but he's like, everyone tells me I was. but he's so nice about it. He goes, they have a nice feeling for it. So I want to do another one. And when I was in the first one, I'm the only one in America that can't do a Christopher Walken impression. But, so, you know, struggle through. But we were in a house waiting to shoot, and he's in the back with Brittany Daniel and all the cast, and we're just sitting there, and it's dead silent. They're fixing a camera, so no one knows what to say. And he goes, David, you ever work with an actor dog? And I go, an actor dog? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. And he goes, they're good. They do what they're told. They sit and stay, and they run around and chase stuff. And I go, cool, okay, keep it in mind. And then he goes, pause. Ever work with an actor cat? And I go, they have those? He goes, oh yeah, it's a big business, and they don't do anything. He goes, if you tell a cat to sit there and do something, they don't take direction. And I go, right. He goes, and if you want them to move, you have to hit them with a stick, but a regular cat will move if you do that. And I go, yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Silent. He goes, ever work with an actor mouse? I go, I have not. And he goes, I did Mousetrap. He goes, they're good. He liked them. He goes, you tell a mouse to walk up here, take a beat, and go left, and they do it. And I go, how? And he goes, I don't know. And I go, I don't either. And he goes, all right, rolling. I go, all right. So I have all that info.
You really became friends, sounds like.
I love him because he just wanted to share that story, and it was he's a sweetheart.
Are you going to this big Saturday Night Live anniversary show?
Oh, yeah, he'll be there. That's right. Yeah. If they can fit me in, my God.
There's a lot of people that are going to be there. But...
I honestly think it's like 200. I don't know. You know, you got 40 years of hosts. You got all the cast members. I'm going out with Adam on Friday. And I'll do my own Adam Sandler joke for you. Yeah. I'm going Adam and Chris Rock. That'll be fun. I mean, we're going to get, we have our little, clique in the corner.
Yeah, right.
Other years. But we're all going to, I think they're doing sketches. I think it sounds super fun.
This is not planned yet? You guys haven't worked anything out?
They said, you have a rehearsal time. We don't know what you're doing yet.
What if you get there and you hate it?
I don't think it's possible. I think it'll be super fun. I'll do whatever I'm told, and if I'm not even in anything, it'll be fun just because everyone will be there and it'll be like a family.
Speaking of everyone being there, don't you have a problem with Eddie Murphy? No, you don't.
No, my new one's with Kanye after tonight.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He'll be there. No, he's fun. I like him. I'm going to high-five him, yeah.
Yeah, you guys...
Now, Eddie and I, we cleared it up.
You did?
Just in time. Yeah, because now I'm going to see him. But I saw him in the street. He was nice to me. So,
oh, you did? All right.
Because Chris Rock used to say, Eddie's mad at you. So I couldn't. He goes, if I see you, I'm not talking to you. I go, is that clear who's your better friends with? He goes, we go way back. Well, so I can't wait to see Bill Murray. It's going to be super fun.
Yeah, it sounds like it would be a lot of fun. Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know what to expect. I'll just go there and show up, and they'll point me out. Maybe I'll do Bye-Bye. Maybe I'll do Gap Girl. Whatever they.
Well, first of all, thank you for coming. Secondly, it sounds like a lot of fun. I look forward to seeing it. And thirdly, I hope you don't mind if I speak to the executives here at ABC. I would love for you to be the Bachelor next season.
Okay. I'm not Xing anything out right now.
All right, David Spade, Joe Dirt 2, Beautiful Loser, comes out this summer on Crackle. We'll be right back.
The Jimmy Kimmel Live Concert Series is presented by AT&T, mobilizing your world.
The band Perry is on the way. Before we get to all of the Oscars, or a week from Sunday, there are dozens of nominated films to keep track of. So as a service to you, the viewer, we asked our friend Yaya to review some of them for us. This is to help you figure out what you need to see before the big night. And tonight, Yaya reviews a movie I happen to like a lot, Best Picture nominee Whiplash. Here is Yaya talking about the movie.
Action. Hi, I'll be back again, guy. I'm talking about the movie Whiplash. The movie talk about young boy. He goes student like in a drum. He want to come play like jazz. You know, but the boy, I don't remember. I got picture because he's so young. I don't know him. You know, his name Miley Tyler. I don't know Miley like Miley Cyrus. And the guy Richard Simmons, he's in the movie too. He's the bald guy, and he do like drum teacher. You know, like the people drumming, like Tommy Lee and the guy with tattoo. I don't know, all drum people. And the boy maybe come very good, like drumming. I don't know the name of the movie, like the movie there.
Thank you, Yaya. We'll be right back with Randall Park. Guest played Kim Jong-un in the movie The Interview, so we're all in danger right now, even being in his presence. He has a critically acclaimed new show called Fresh Off the Boat. It airs Tuesday nights at 8 here on ABC. Please say hello to Randall Park. For coming.
Thanks for having me. This is my first late night talk show, so I'm super.
Oh, wow. Thank you. I wish I would have known. I would have brought flowers. I would have made this a special, a romantic
That would have been
thing.
nice. But
yeah. Where are you from?
From L.A.
Originally born and raised here, huh?
Born and raised in L.A., yeah.
Is your family in show business? Or?
No, I have no family. I grew up in L.A., but no family in show business. No.
Oh, I thought you had no family.
I have it's just me. No family in show business. No friends in show business growing up, even though I was born and raised in L.A.
Were they supportive of your decision to do this?
Not at all. No. Not at all, no. They wanted me to become like most Asian parents, become a doctor or a lawyer.
To be honest, that's kind of why I asked that, because there's a very practical approach, and the idea of doing that is strange.
Yeah, so they weren't very supportive at the beginning. So when I first decided to go all out and become an actor, I told them, and they were like, nah, that's okay if it's a hobby. Just make sure it's a hobby. And I was like, okay, it's just a hobby, And then I started doing it, and they'd start seeing me on commercials and stuff, and they'd be like, wow, he's really into this hobby. Yeah.
What commercials did you do? Anything we would remember?
I made a living off of commercials for many years. I think the biggest one was this commercial for KY.
Oh, really?
KY jelly. Yeah, that one aired for a long time.
Oh, great.
And people would actually come up to me on the street and be like, KY. And I'd be with my parents, and I'd be like, no, don't.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Were you working a regular job while you were doing these?
A lot of regular jobs. I worked at Starbucks for a while. I waited tables. The longest job I had was I did graphic design for a newspaper, those weekly free newspapers that you get in the kiosks.
Right.
And they put me in charge of the back section of the newspaper, which was basically escort ads, massage parlors, prostitution ads, basically.
Really?
Yeah. And it was my job to design those ads. Yeah.
Somebody designs those?
Yes. It was my job to build those, and I felt really bad about that job because we'd use a lot of stock photos, like models.
These are just you can just get
call Tiffany for a good time, and we'd use these images of these models from these stock photos. Basically these poor aspiring models who decided to it's really sad.
Oh, and so they don't know, they have no idea.
They have no idea that they're being depicted as prostitutes.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
that's got to be a hell of a surprise.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
It's worse than a KY commercial.
That is way worse. Way worse. But the saddest part would be sometimes actual pimps would come to the office with a stack of Polaroids and for us to scan and use in the ads. They're actual prostitutes.
Oh, that's good. Some honesty in advertising.
Yeah, but then I'd look at the photos and I'd be like, you really should use a stock photo. Because some of these photos would have their kids in the background and stuff. Yeah. It was like a pit bull on their lap, and I'd be like, no, this is not good.
Wow, that is pretty crazy.
Yeah, so I'm really glad to be.
Were you at all nervous when you took the role playing Kim Jong-un? Was that something that you thought about?
Yeah, I thought about it. But I mean, I didn't expect any of that to happen. That was like a real shock.
I mean, the haircut is tough enough to start with.
That was the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was as bad as it would get.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like literally like walked around with the beanie like all the time. I'd be in like a house with the fireplace going on and the heater, and I'd have this beanie on, just sweating. But I just didn't want to take it off. Yeah.
Do you think he has seen this movie?
I have a feeling he has, yeah.
You do? You think he...
I'm pretty sure he has.
Have you heard that from anyone, or you just have this sense?
No confirmation, but I don't know. I'm sure he knows about it and is probably interested in seeing how he's depicted.
Would it be funny if he didn't know anything about it after all this craziness? He's like, I don't know. I don't care. I'm busy exterminating my relatives.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys don't get the paper?
I'm pretty sure he's seen it.
You're pretty sure he's seen it? Wow, that's something else. Yeah. That would be an uncomfortable head-to-head. I'd love to have the two of you on the show together.
Yeah.
You get a call. We'd like you to come to Kim's birthday party. This show you're on, first of all, is getting great reviews, right?
Yes.
Immediately. It's based on a true story, a memoir about a family.
Right.
You play the dad.
I play the dad. I play the writer of the memoir. His name is Eddie Huang, celebrity chef, just a personality, great writer, good friend. And it's basically about his childhood in the 90s with his family making the move from Washington, D.C. to the predominantly white suburbs of Orlando. And it's about kind of the family's adjustment to this new world.
Yeah. It's like the Small World ride in a way, I guess. Huh? And did you meet the guy? Have you studied him?
Yeah. Well, before we went into production for the series, we actually flew out to Orlando and we met the family.
Oh, they're still in Orlando?
They're still in Orlando, yeah. And I got to meet the dad, Louis, and great guy. He in the show, my character has a restaurant called Cattleman's Ranch, and he's trying to get it off the ground. And that's the reason why they moved to Orlando in the first place. And Louis Wong, the actual Louis Wong in Orlando, took us to the actual Cattleman's Ranch, which was really cool. And it's a Hooters now.
It is? Yeah, that is very Orlando. How does Louis feel about the fact that you played Kim Jong-un and him?
I don't know. He didn't really bring it up. He just kind of looked at me like, what's up with this guy? Yeah.
Well, congratulations on how well the show is doing.
Thank you,
You can watch it Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock right here at ABC Randall Park, everybody. Thank you, Randall. We'll be right back with music from the band Perry.
The Jimmy Kimmel Live concert series is presented by AT&T, mobilizing your world. The Jimmy Kimmel Live concert series is presented by AT&T, mobilizing your world.
Many thanks to David Spade, Randall Parks. Apology to Matt Damon, who ran out of time for him. Nightline is next, first here with Glenn Campbell's classic Gentle on My Mind from the All TV soundtrack, The Band Perry.
It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk. That makes me tend to leave my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. And it's knowing that I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds, or the ink stains that are dried upon some line that keeps you in the back roads by the rivers of my memory. It keeps you